Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajigs Racing Channel. We are here again, Friday night, live racing, coming at you with the Full Throttle Racing Group. This is their Full Throttle Touring Car Championship, and they an ode to the British touring cars, as they are all huge fans of it. So yes, they're donning the colours of the BTCC cars. They're in Mazdas and a Hyundai Elantra, and I believe I'm late, so they've already started qualifying. So let's get into this, because they've been planting their lap times down. McEwen is our fastest man out there by half a second. The man is absolutely slapping, and he is in, it's a Mazda. The Renault badge was throwing me off. Oh, JW's just gone faster in his Hyundai. So far we've got JW, the fastest man out there, by 0.07 of a second. McEwen in second. We got Groot in third. We missed Groot last round, the last event, and he's here rocking it in the Mazda. We've got E. Graham in a high and dry. No, he's not. He's in a Mazda. Sorry, I was tripping. Sklid. I think he's E. Graham's teammate. So those two might be doing each other a favour here. Might be doing the team game. There is some nice straights here at Kyoto Driving Park. If I hadn't mentioned, that's where rounds 3, 4 and 5 will be taking place. And yeah, maybe giving a tow, although he's not in front of him now. There's a laser tools car in front of him. Dash, 6th fastest so far. E. Graham goes faster, up to 3rd, and knocks Groot down to 4th. Dash crosses the line, goes faster, but stays in 6th. But the Bell has just nipped in there and gone 6th fastest as well. Sklid a little bit down the order. You may say, oh, Sklid has got for the hard tyre. There is rules in this. They're going to have 3 sprint races, and they've got to use hard tyres at least one of those races. So it looks like Sklid is opting for the hard tyre, which is a big choice, because it is the longest lap in the calendar, possibly, could be. It's quite a hefty one, so qualifying, you're on the back foot already with hard tyres, and opting for the hard tyres in the first round at one of the longer tracks is, I think you'd choose a really short track to get the hard tyres out of the way for qualifying, so you'd lose less time over the lap. But Sklid knows best. Let's not question him. He is a champion. He's not a current champion, but he has been a champion. Ash Bell, 6th. At the moment, doing very well in the Hyundai. The Dash, 7th. Dre. Now Dre was having all sorts of internet woes last round, and we laughed at him, which is unfortunate. You can't help it, you know. It happens to all of us. But Dre looking very solid now. So let's not forget about Dre. Dre looking very solid, half a second faster in that lap, going up to 8th place. Warwick is 9th, and he had a blinding event last time out. But at the moment, only qualifying in 9th. The Swan is 11th. Sorry, I just coughed on you. Evil Dragon's just gone up to 10th, I think, or Roderick's just gone ahead of Evil Dragon. Some of these guys not getting the best out of their machinery. Oh, these two look like they're racing. Unbelievable Jeff just goes faster. We're watching the laser tools, high and dry, of El Swan at the moment. Seeing if he can execute a little bit more time out of this car. We're 8 minutes into qualifying. And at the moment, oh, he's on the hard tyres as well. It's going to be a tough battle for him. He only needs to find a 10th to go ahead of Evil Dragon. So we're coming up to the final corner. Quite a tight hairpin. E. Graham goes faster, goes up to second now. He's tapping on the door. 2/10 off of pole. Is there enough time? He's got another lap to do. Swan then coming up to the line. Can he grab a 10th there? Oh no, unfortunately not. Hawkeye, 12th. Currently looking for a bit of time. He's on the medium tyres. Evil Dragon goes faster again. Gaz Monkey is currently in 13th, with Unbelievable Jeff is in 14th. Unbelievable Jeff, new to the game, I believe, just finding his feet, finding his comfort zone in the car. So judge him not on his speed, but on his dedication. JW is still our pole sitter, but only by a 10th and some change. E. Graham trying to close in, and again Unbelievable Jeff going faster. So building up and getting closer to his teammate Gaz Monkey. They're both on the medium tyre. Final lap, the flag is out. Who's coming up to it? It's E. Graham, so this is the one. It's all or nothing for E. Graham. Can he find those 2/10? Can he put himself in the pole position towards the first race as they head up the straight? No, unfortunately not. McEwen further down. Group crosses the line. Doesn't look like he goes faster. McEwen crossing the line. Nothing extra from him either. JW, it looks like it's pretty safe. I think the top three. Dash is in the pits. Dash has had a great qualifying in 5th. Oh, someone's had a little shuffle. Sklid up to 6th on those. He was on hard tyres as well. So JW gets pole and he goes faster on his final run. E. Graham in 2nd. McEwen in 3rd. Groot looks like he's finished 4th. Dash is in the pits in 5th. Sklid on the hard tyres in 6th, which isn't too bad. Evil Dragon up to 7th on his medium tyres. Ashbell gets 8th place. The Dre gets 9th, with Roderick in 10th. Hawkeye in 11th. Swan in the pits in 12th. Gaz Monkey in 13th. And just a 10th was Gaz Monkey. And Unbelievable Jeff getting it closer at the end. Oh, he's still running. Hang on. Let's not get away. He's not running on the lap. So Unbelievable Jeff finding even more time. But it's JW, ladies and gentlemen. Be upstanding. Be in awe. JW's having a cracking season so far. Is this his season? Could he do something? Could he put a championship campaign together? Was he not the High and Dry's first winner? And now High and Dry's first pole sitter. JW breaking ground in the Elantra, with E. Graham, McEwen and Groot all in the Mazdas, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Dash in the Elantra 5th. Then we've got Sklid in the Mazda on hard tyres in 6th. Evil Dragon in 7th in the Mazda. Ashbell in the Elantra in 8th. The Dre in the Elantra in 9th. We've got Warwick in 10th in the Elantra. Hawkeye in 11th in the Elantra. Swan 12th in the Elantra. Mazda for Gaz Monkey in 13th. And Unbelievable Jeff also in the Mazda in 14th. This is very exciting. Man alive, they're cracking through this, isn't they? They didn't wait for me for qualifying. I was late, in all fairness, but give me a second. I would have been there. I'd let you know if I wasn't coming. And so here we are then, ladies and gentlemen. JW on pole for the mighty High and Dry. We thought it was outclassed by the Mazda in the first 2 rounds last event, and here we go. JW then off to a great start, but no, E. Graham an even better start, and from behind them it looks like McEwen had an absolute lightning start there. Cracking stuff. So JW though fights for his right to second place and keeps it. Beautiful from JW. Just polite enough to let Liam know exactly where he stands in the order of things. E. Graham leads though. What an absolute banger from E. Graham, and he is taking no prisoners now. It is all the way to the flag, giving nothing. Oh no, Warwick's gone for some reason. McEwen then in second, JW up to well, down to third, I suppose. Groot in fourth, missing out on the first event, has arrived here and groomed and ready to go. The Dash in fifth, doing a fantastic job ahead of Sklid on those hard tyres. Then we've got the Dre in seventh, Bell in eighth. We've got Evil Dragon in ninth, 10th for Gaz Monkey. That's not bad from Gaz Monkey. Is that Gaz Monkey? I thought he was in a little red Mazda. No, that's Hawkeye, sorry. Gaz Monkey's the one behind him. Ooh, a bit wide for Gaz Monkey, leaving himself open to the Swan. And Unbelievable Jeff in 13th. Now, I don't know if Wadwick had a problem or just got annoyed. But E. Graham at the moment building up a 1 second lead on McEwen. JW clinging on in the dirty air of McEwen, and he's going to be looking for a move into this huge left-hander coming up. Groot staying with him as well, and there goes JW. He has a look, but McEwen slams the door shut. He says no, nope. Oh, Roderick's back in. It must have been an internet issue. An internet issue, ladies and gentlemen. We all have them. And Rob in the chat saying good evening, sir. JW looks like he's pushing McEwen up the road there. He couldn't be any closer. And all the time, E. Graham building upon that lead. Building. Although he's not, he was 1 second, and McEwen's got it down to 6/10. But Sklid doing a bit of a flash of lights there to the Dash. A distraction move from the Sklid. The Dash, though, he will not be distracted, sir. He will hold his line, and Sklid really is looking for any opportunity to get through. The Dre is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a solid internet connection and he will show you greatness. Oh no, the Dash looks like he's in trouble here. The Dash in a little bit of trouble in amongst it all. Sklid halfway up his chassis, but the Dash holds tight, keeps it together. Shows the pro sim racer that he is. Dre goes wide in the distance. E. Graham still leads. He's built it back up to a second. JW has managed the impossible. He's got past the McEwen. He had to wait until I went to look somewhere else on the grid, but then, you know, he's a bit shy like that, I guess. In the chat, sorry, I'm taking my coat off. It's bloody freezing today. Spring has not sprung. Rob saying, how you doing, mate? Are you well? I am all right. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm nearly 50. I mean, it's hard to judge if I'm okay or if I'm not. Everything aches. But I think that's just the way it is now. I think that's just something I have to, you know, if I was in my 20s, I'd be really concerned by the way I feel. But, you know, like I said, I'm touching 50, so I think this is just the norm. This is just how it feels. It's just a battered body by this point. Lots of abuse it has taken. E. Graham then still leads. 3/10 though, because JW wants that lead back. He had pole and he wants it all. He's got the fastest lap so far. And if he can round this one out with a pole, a win, and the fastest lap, he can really give the two-finger salute to the rest of the field. McEwen then in third. The Groot The group's car looks absolutely smashing, and he is involved. He is involved in this fight, you have to say. He's there, and he's thereabouts. The dash, though, impressive from the dash now. Getting away from the Sklid. Sklid was giving him some proper hassle, some proper harassment. HR nearly got involved, but the dash now using those tyres to great effect and pulling away from the hard running Sklid, which, let's face it, 6th place on a set of hard tyres is not bad as he goes a little wide. And Dre then always awaiting the opportunity to move up. Evil Dragon having a bit of a quiet one here. Maybe Kyoto Driving Park is not his bag. I would dare not to ask what his bag is. I think it's small, it fits in a little pocket. That's my bag, baby. Rob saying, yeah, I know you feel. I hit the half century a few years ago now. Everything aches, and it takes an age to recover from absolutely everything. Yeah, well, yeah, I had a bit of a, ooh, Evil Dragon, forgetting about the chicane. Yeah, I had a cold like months ago, and it still feels like there's bits of it left, and it's not got quite gone yet. And you just think, come on. No, I'm not here to moan about my health. I'm all right. I'm all right, except for all the other stuff. It's an F1 weekend. I've got reasons to be cheerful. We're into the Battery Championship once again. Right then, E. Graham though under threat now because JW has decided this is the moment to shine, and E. Graham. E. Graham is a wily defensive driver though. Remember, we've seen him keep people at bay for races on end, not laps. For whole races, people have struggled to pass the Graham. They both go slightly wide out the corner there, and JW is fancying it. This is the season of the JW, ladies and gentlemen. Write it in your calendars. JW, though, you've got to be worried about the McEwen. The McEwen does not take prisoners, and now it looks like JW going a little wide there, and McEwen having a sniff and a whiff of the inside of that fresh air, and JW cuts him off and says, no, sir. Stay in your lane. Groot in 4th place, still keeping it. He's happy to watch. He's just happy to be here. E. Graham, he's open all 3 of these. Duke it out too hard. Oh, JW is so tantalising. He's just there. It's touchable. It's just not quite. And Liam might grab something here. He has. He's stolen 2nd place from... no, JW has it back straight away. He's not messing about. He says, no, I'm not having that. I worked for this 2nd place, and I'm working on that first at the minute. I'm not giving up 2nd for that. So E. Graham under immense pressure from the high and dry. Again, he's having a look. And Groot now closing in, thinking this is a moment where I could get involved. We're on lap 5 of 11. E. Graham. And now JW goes for the move, but it's again outside. E. Graham says all day long, every day. All day and every day. You keep going over there, son, and I will just keep covering it off. And now McEwen, very wide, giving up a bit of time to the Groot. Sklid is getting... Oh, no, Dash has dropped down a couple of positions. He's lost to the Dre and Sklid is now under pressure from the Dre. The Dre is bringing his A game. So Dash dropping a couple of positions there. It must have been this lap as well, because lap 4 was a bit iffy. The Bell in 8th, under pressure from the Dragon. The Dragon really is laying it on thick now for Bell. Bell having to be defensive as the Dragon just tries to find any kind of space whatsoever to go on the attack, but the Bell absolutely holding line. Solid as a rock, ladies and gentlemen. And and Evil Dragon crawling all over the top of him. Hello. Not in a good way. Not in the fun way. So Evil Dragon then trying to get into the boot of the Bell. We're on lap 6 of 11. The battle up ahead is fierce. E. Graham still leads, but JW is absolutely leaving nothing left on the track and is on full attack this whole race. And Bell ahead in 8th place, pulling away a little bit from the Dragon now. So Evil Dragon, he went on the attack, but he's lost a bit of ground. Hawkeye in 10th. This is a lot, if I remember, this is a lot stronger than his first race. I think he's getting more attuned to the high and the dry. He's 7 seconds behind Evil Dragon at the moment, with Gaz Monkey in 11th. And Gaz Monkey's race has gone a lot better than his qualifying so far. The Swan is on hard tyres. He's only just trying to find a bit of a pace in him, 44.9. And Unbelievable Jeff still trying to embed himself in the Mazda camp. JW's got the lead. JW's got the lead, and what a cluster of clocks we have here. My word, McEwen goes up into second, Groot into third, as we saw E. Graham going onto the grass, and JW inserting alpha dominance. The pheromones could nearly knock you out that he is releasing right now. My words. McEwen, though, knows there is always an opportunity. Lap 7 of 11. And the Groot in third, as E. Graham now recalculating the situation, working out how to get back on the top. But it's a tough order. That is a steep mountain with just 3 very strong drivers ahead. Any other man would give up, but not E. Graham. He doesn't know the word give or up. So JW at the moment leading the race, fastest lap in his pocket with the pole. This could be a very strong start for the Virtu High and Dry group. McEwen wants to take it away from him, though. McEwen knows that the race is won at the end, and oh no, JW goes wide. He nearly kamikazes Groot into another dimension, and we're not even on lap 9 yet. Wait for 9:11 for the domestic terrorism, please, gentlemen. So McEwen then leads with JW in second, Groot in third, E. Graham watching this unfold ahead of him, and he must have a wry smile. He must feel there is an opportunity to take that lead again. McEwen in the lead with JW here. Could you say throwing away a win? Because he got the pole, he lost the lead, he fought his way back up to the lead, he went a little wide, lost the lead, and it's been a saga for JW so far in this race, but McEwen breaking his icky heart. They're coming across Unbelievable Jeff. E. Graham there. Can he feel an opportunity to at least get a podium out of this? Sklid in 5th. He is laughing. Oh, Dash has done well. He's got himself back ahead of the Dre. So the Dash will not be held down for long, and he will rise again. Sklid getting good points on hard tyres. It's unbelievable. Dre in 7th, the Bell in 8th, and again Evil Dragon bringing another bit of pressure to the Bell. Unbelievable. Of Evil Dragon now, all is up in his busyness, and there's nothing Bell can do. I think he lost momentum when he went off the track, and now Evil Dragon with momentum and slipstream and inertia has got himself up the inside of the Bell. Does Evil Dragon get the job done? He leaves enough room. Absolute gentleman racing all the way, and the Bell prevails. Ladies and gentlemen, what a story. Make a Hollywood film just about these two dueling it out. You'll have to flesh it out with some hot chicks. Sydney Sweeney. Who gets Sydney Sweeney? Evil Dragon, because he likes a bag? I don't know. I was joking because I said it's not his bag earlier. I don't know if Evil Dragon is into that kind of lifestyle. Ash Bell. I tell you what, though, if I've got Sydney Sweeney, I'd get on the bag. Evil Dragon trying to find a way up the inside. What a clash. What a battle. Evil Dragon off the track. Maybe feels Bell didn't give enough room. I think Bell's now giving him too much room. And Evil Dragon then up and into 8th place. Can the Bell bring it back? As JW is back in the lead. I apologise. JW back in the lead. We were so concentrated on this duel here between the Evil Dragon and the Bell. And the Bell around the outside of the Mazda. Does he fancy it? Can he do it? No, Evil Dragon still keeping it together, but it's still a harsh battle between the two of them. And Bell doesn't want to give up that position too easily. Up at the front then, JW 8/10 ahead of the McEwen. He had to get another fastest lap out of his pocket and flash it around to get past the McEwen. But JW on fire, ladies and gents. Oh, he's on the soft tyres. I apologise, I totally missed that. He's taking his Joker softs, ladies and gents. Rob saying, you just have to get on with it and laugh a lot to hold off from crying. You're not wrong. So yeah, JW being helped out by those soft tyres, but still, it's not a bad job he's done. He's had to fight for his rights for race wins. E. Graham, they can use a soft tyre only once in a season, so it's early doors, round 4, sorry, so to flash the softs. But JW, after his great outing in the final round last week, feels this was the best answer. Schauler then, Groot, sorry, is down in 4th place. E. Graham getting that position back from him. Sklid in 5th, but Sklid's in trouble. The Dash and the Dre are bringing a lot of noise to Sklid in the final lap. Around the outside for the Dash. And that is how real men do it, children. That's who your role model should be. The Dash there around the outside. Balls of steel and no fear. Fantastic stuff. Coming fresh from the Butlins. The Dash has hit it hard. It must have been a good holiday. Sklid goes for another move up the inside, but he's hopeful on those hard tyres. JW seems to have this one levelled up, but McEwen's pushing with everything he's got, all the might. E. Graham trying to fend off the Groot in 4th. Dash is in 5th now ahead of the Sklid, but the Sklid is trying to rise again with the Dre sitting back, cooking. He just gets to watch. He's not involved. I think that's cooking. Cocking. Oh no, I think there was contact there, and Sklid's gone into the outer part of the track that you're not meant to. The Dash is Dre. No one's pulling over for him, so maybe no one feels there was contact there. JW comes around the final corner, ladies and gentlemen. Off the back, I'm sure, of a win comes another win, and he gets all 3. Pole, fastest lap, and the win. McEwen in 2nd, E. Graham in 3rd. What a fight, with Groot in 4th. The Dash comes home 5th. What an adventure he's had. The Dre in 6th, Sklid in 7th. Evil Dragon gets that 8 from the Bell in 9th. Hawkeye in Dukes of Hazzards. Where is he going? He's lost a position to the Gaz Monkey. My word, right at the end. Maybe he thought he'd already finished. But Gaz Monkey then grabbing himself 10th, with Hawkeye in 11th. Ahead of Swan in 12th, and Swan wasn't too far behind either. Unbelievable Jeff finishes a lap down. My good golly and gosh to all of... There he goes. Oh yeah, and I forgot he'd done all his uniform as well. His race suit, sorry. So, great win from for JW there. Fantastic stuff. Is this his championship, ladies and gentlemen? Can he take this all of the way? So JW getting a high and dry second win this season, and makes that tie. Mazda's 2 wins and a high.
tracks. Are you on mute? I can hear the cars but not your voice.
2, 1, 2. Test, test. I don't know, yeah. I wasn't on mute, but something's gone amiss. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. You missed all of my cool... I don't know. Oh, you missed all of the... I said some really funny things while I was on... I don't know. I just pulled it out and pushed it back in again. That's what she said. Sorry, gang. I don't know how long that's been happening. Oh, God. That means I'm going to have to watch this back just to see how long I was out. And I'm going to have the iPad a little louder so you might hear me behind me, which would be terrible. Just so I can check that the voice is still working. So yeah, Dash. Oh man, I really bigged up Dash. I was saying what a legend he was and how he'd done a great move. Oh God and God help, God damn you, YouTube or Palm Beach, whatever headphones these are. God damn it, I'm all miffed now. I'm sorry, gang. That must have been really shit for you. So the Dash then is in the lead. He had an absolute banger of a move against E. Graham. I was screaming. Sklid is in third. JW is past the champion. And I also said there was whispers in the paddock about JW and champion have been linked together. And JW is making that more those whispers louder every time. Every race. We're seeing JW build a championship campaign, a solid campaign. McEwen there, the reigning champion, always still in the top 5, but there are a lot of people who want to take his crown in this championship, and there we go, McEwen having a sniff and a whiff. Oh my word, there was a little bit of contact there, but JW's car reacted not as I expected from the contact. It kind of swung out the way it was hit. It was weird physics on that one. McEwen, so I feel that I think the contact was from JW losing the back. That's only, I'm not sure. McEwen then going back on the attack, and Groot, the voyeur, we'll call him. He likes to sit and watch. He stands around, he drives around behind, just watching. Evil Dragon in 7th, and Dre is giving Evil Dragon a lot of jip. These two are both on the hard tyres. Earlier we saw Evil Dragon get the move done on Groot, so Groot's got past again. So much racing, ladies and gentlemen. We're missing everything up and down the grid. Unbelievable Jeff in 14th with Gaz Monkey in 13th. He's on the hard tyres. He's got 7 seconds on Wadwick. Wadwick also on the hard tyres, and he's trying to lean on the Bell there, who is trying to close in on Hawkeye. Hawkeye, I reckon, is having a lot better of a round this one in. I think he's getting more attuned to the high and dry, and he seems to be getting some solid results. Swan in 9th in the laser car with the Dre against the Dragon, and Groot just ahead of him. And Dash leads at the moment. Does he though? Is he though? Because E. Graham is on his case. E. Graham goes for a do or dare move, and it pays off for him. And the Dash then just languishing in his vortex as E. Graham shows him how a champion drives. And Dash, no soft tyres though, with the advantage. Lap 7 of 11. Sklid in 3rd place. Solid drive from Edwards at the moment. JW, sorry, ahead of McEwen, which is the big news there. JW absolutely hunted him down, fought him, and got position. And now Groot on the hard tyre. Groot is starting to become a bit of a worry for those ahead of him on the medium tyre. It doesn't make sense. Oh, McEwen's on the hard tyre. I apologise. So JW, just takes nothing away from what JW did. Still good solid driving. But yeah, McEwen on the hard. And Groot closing in on him as well. Evil Dragon also on the hard, out wide, and he's got two of them. Oh, wow, Swan just slipped it in between himself and the Dre. And now he's going on the attack of the Dragon. The Dre's coming back at him, and they're too wide while they're trying to find a way past the Dragon. And the Dre claims back 8th spots. As no, Swan just gets his nose ahead around the outside. Beautiful driving from everybody involved. Nearly, boys. Let's keep it calm. And Evil Dragon is the cork that's in this pressure cooker. And so Evil Dragon has a lot going on behind him. But he's concentrating on the road ahead of him. He's 4.8 seconds behind the Groot. And now Swan on his medium tyres, having a look around the outside. We've seen a lot of outside manoeuvres, but it's not worked. Oh, there's contact. Evil Dragon, I don't think it was on purpose. I just think the Dre was on the inside of Evil Dragon, and then the Swan turns in, and 3 cars on the apex does not fit. Hawkeye, though, this is very promising for Hawkeye and his teammate Ash Bell. Closing in. They're on the hard tyres, and these guys on the mediums, they could do something here. They really could do something. We're on lap 8 of 11, so they're running out of the time to do it. Warwick on his hard tyres, he can see them, he just can't reach them. Gaz Monkey in 13th on his hard tyres, and he had a tough first lap, was it? I don't know, where he's lost most of that time. Unbelievable Jeff, he's had it in the 49s, and very close ever since. The Dash back in the lead of E. Graham. Back in charge, back in the driver's seat. We're on lap 9 of 11. And I mean, come on, it's been a long time now. We can't keep milking that gag. So the Dash ahead of E. Graham. Sklid in 3rd, JW now pulling away from the McEwen, as McEwen does his fastest lap of the race. The Groot as well, he's landing some big ones. The Dre not giving Evil Dragon an opportunity, but the Swan all over the back of the Dragon, goes for a move up the inside, pulls the trigger, licks the stamp, and he sends it, ladies. No, he does not. They're out side by side. The Dragon gets a better drive out of the corner, and the Dragon maintains position. But the Swan again all over the Dragon. And this is only helping the Hawkeye, who is closing in on this battle. Beautiful stuff as the Swan slips it up the inside, and Hawkeye follows him through. Oh no, Evil Dragon found himself wrong foot. He is on the hard tyres. It is tough to battle on them tyres. He's giving it his all against the Hawkeye, but Hawkeye is just not quite under braking. Hawkeye tries to maintain the line around the outside. Evil Dragon on the inside there. And Evil Dragon keeps the position, but Hawkeye back on the attack. Evil Dragon tries to close the door on him, and my words, indeed. And oh my, some close racing. The Dash still leads from E. Graham, and again an opportunity for Hawkeye, staring down that big chasm on the inside. Again he fancies a piece of the inside lane on Evil Dragon, and that's great for the Swan. He's just trying to get away from this battlage here as they hit the chicane with great force. And don't forget, Hawkeye's teammate, LaBelle, is only just behind these guys. So he could get involved. The Dash still leads from E. Graham. We're watching the battle for 10th and 9th. It is gruesome, ladies and gentlemen. They are at it hard. I daren't touch my controller or anything now after that incident, with whatever happened. My word, that was the whole race it was out for. I'm so sorry. Rob saying my lecturer at college was called Mr. McEwen, so it always reminds me of him when you call out his name. Now, I know I had that in another racing group where it was... Ooh, Evil Dragon's going on the attack of the Swan. I think it was Bishop, someone driving Bishop, and I had a science teacher, and it just always made me think of them. It is weird how some names just burn into your psyche. So the dash then still leads, but E. Graham is giving it his utmost chance to try and unsettle the dash and take this win away high and dry. Look at him go. I had him wrote off in the first 2 races of this new championship, and how I was wrong. As now this will be their 3rd win. Well, let's not count it yet. We've still got a couple of corners to go. E. Graham is hot on his trail, giving it all of the beans. 1 corner for the dash. St. Dash then brings it around and also takes a win for the high and the dry. They have been on the soft tyres, but still the racing is fierce. Well done, Dash. Graham in 2nd. Sklid getting himself the final podium position, with JW just ahead of the champion to claim 4th place, and JW is racking up those points, ladies and gents. McEwen in 5th. We've got the Groot in 6th, with Dre ahead of the Swan. Look at them together here coming up the road, and Dre then gets himself 7th place ahead of Swan in 8th. Who's it going to be? Bell ahead of Dragon. Oh, we missed some excitement down there, and Hawkeye behind, so the Bell somehow got past 2 of them. And Roderick in 12th. Gaz Monkey brings it home in 13th, but at least he doesn't have to use the hard tyre again this event. And unbelievable Jeff is further down the road, making his way. So 13th, and unbelievable Jeff then, with the hazard lights, he might have put it on pause and just let it do it. He didn't get lapped in this one though, ladies and gents, and that was the hard tyre, so he's getting, we're going in the right direction, which is beautiful, which is what we want to see. We want to see improvement. It's like Strictly Come Dancing around here. We like the hero's journey. We like to see the developments. So, unbelievable Jeff then, bringing it on home. No, didn't even let him cross the line. How dare you? And there we go, the dash, ladies and gentlemen, making an appearance on the top step. Well done to him. Beautiful stuff. Well done, you, sir. Great drive. Great drive, up 4 positions. And another win for the Elantras. And we can't call him Yuki Tsunoda anymore. So, oh yeah, I've got to get replays. And then we'll look at the results. I'm still good about the comms not being in for half of that race. Was it like 5 laps, 6 laps? I'm so sorry, gang. Oh, I said so many funny things. It was probably my funniest 5 laps I've ever done, ever. You really missed some gold. The dash took the win. E. Graham, I don't ever say anything funny, but them 5 laps, I was absolutely hitting them out the park. E. Graham, and in 2nd, Sklid in 3rd, JW finished in 4th, with McEwen coming home in 5th. Groot in 6th, with Dre being 7th, Swan being 8th. Swan, what a drive. Bell pulled off an absolute banging move, obviously near the end we missed, to get himself ahead of Hawkeye and Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon slipping down to 10th, did so well defending all that time. He'll be a bit gutted with himself. Warwick in 12th, got to see the flag this time around. Gaz Monkey in 13th, and unbelievable Jeff, he's still running. He's still going around. What else have I got to do? That's it, I think. He's changed the settings. They're back on the track. I daren't even go anywhere, just in case the mic goes bad. God damn it. If I don't have enough to think about what car is in what position, and then I'm starting to get issues with microphones. Ho-hum. Hey, we'll not moan, we'll not complain. I can't even... Oh, yeah, no, I didn't have time to tell you my Formula 1. Yeah, what I think of Formula 1 this season. I know you guys are all like touring car fans, so you don't care about Formula 1. But I liken it to Project Motor Racing. It's like Formula 1 have released their game, and it's nowhere near any good. But you got your some of your drivers that just toe the line, say it's really good, it's really fun. And then you've got them cutting away from like the film people, the cameramen, cutting away from when they start doing their super clipping through corners they should be going full deck through. I mean, they've got to do something. Can you imagine Eau Rouge is going to be a super cutting corner? They're going to go slow through Eau Rouge just to build the battery up for that long straight afterwards, because that's what's going to happen. Some of the most beautiful corners we've ever seen in racing history are going to become charging ports. So anyway, so like they've released Project Motor Racing of the FIA, and now we're getting update 1 at round 3. They're doing something. They're not letting them cut at the end of straights. They've got to wait a little bit. The boost has got to last. So I think when they come out the corners, they're not going to absolutely thrash the boost as they come out the corner. They're going to do it halfway down the straight. I don't know. I think also they're taking some of the battery away from qualifying, so it's more about the driver than the battery. They're trying, but it just, to me, it feels like when a new game's released and it's broken, they have to keep releasing updates for it. And now this is update 1. Formula 1 2026.2 now. Rob saying, oh God. He didn't say, oh God. Sometimes I press the chat and it comes up about banning people, and I don't want to do it. I just... But when it asks if I want to, the little devil on my shoulder's like, should you? Rob saying, some of the road cars are a pig to drive at this track. Oh yeah, it's a test. Well, it's a test track, isn't it, really? But yeah, it is certainly a bit of a test track. It's a testing. I like it, but I like everything. It's the VR. It just heightens it to another level. I mean, I think I do remember there was tracks I used to think, oh, I don't like that. But since doing it in VR, I just appreciate all the tracks. There's tracks I'm not good at. I will definitely say that. But yeah, I kind of come to appreciate just the VR part of it. It still blows me away. I tried VR like when I was about 15 or 16. Oh God, it's like, oh, when I was a young boy. But it was like a special place you had to go in London. It's just because I think my dad had taken me to go and see The Cure in concert in London for the Wish tour. If you know your Cure, that's the one with Friday I'm in Love on. I don't care if Monday's grey, Tuesday, Wednesday, stay away, Thursday, I can't remember, it's Friday, I'm in love. So yeah, he took me up to London to see the Wish tour, and there was this big, huge thing in that like famous kids shop. It's probably owned by Brian Epstein, wasn't it? Jeff Epstein. Brian did the Beatles albums. Jeff probably owned it, but it was a toy shop, huge one in London. Yeah, and they had this VR thing, and it was like Tron level graphics. It was just wires. It was just big like wires, not actually anything fleshed out, black with like red and blue wiry things. It was good fun, don't get me wrong, but to think that you can drive around in GT7 and the way it looks in VR, it's just, whew, man alive, they brought that on. They brought VR on a long way to say no one wants it. And I'm afraid it's just going to go out of our lives like that. Poof. Rob saying VR is amazing though, ain't it? It is. It really is. And Rob also saying, I wish PMR and Rensport would get it sorted with the VR. Yeah, I don't know. I've lost track of them. Rensport, it seems like they abandoned that. PMR are still releasing updates, I believe. I saw something on YouTube. They're saying it's fixed now. And I thought, well, yeah, it's on sale. It's in their spring sale. They've taken 20 quid off it. I was almost tempted. I thought, is it a 30 quid game? But still, judging by what everyone what it looked like on people's YouTube streams, I still don't think it's more than a 20 quid game. I don't think I want to give more than 20 quid for it. I still think the graphics are a bit cartoonish, and I still think it wants to do that Ridge Racer slide in every corner. So. Yeah, I'm still not really that interested in it. I'd rather get Forza or something before it. God, I didn't say that. I'm sorry. Take it back. I didn't even see Rensport in the sale. I don't even know if they're selling that anymore. That's probably a tax write-off now. It's just like, let's cancel the game and say it flopped and just write off the tax. Why not? I like the car. I did admit that. I'm going to go to Ash Bell, you know. Why not? See, I've touched the controller. Oh, no. Now the iPad's died. What's going on in my world? Come on, give me a little bit. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of your love to me. It's terrible. It's just... The iPad froze up. So, and I thought it was because I touched the controller. I didn't touch anything. Man, I can't work under these positions. I'm going to have to get another blooming headset, aren't I? They're only 8 quid. It's not like they're killing me. And they last longer. I've bought them big fancy ones that you see people on YouTube have got. They like look huge and they've got the big microphone in front, and they don't seem that good. They didn't work very well. And I've got this cheap little £8 Palm Beach, I think they're called. It's really something, isn't it? Palm Beach. Turtle Beach. No, that's a... It's great recognition, isn't it? It doesn't even say it's yeah. Here we go, though. It's beginning of race 3. It's a reverse grid. And I haven't nipped up and down. It's been a bit of a poor stream. I'm sorry. It started bad. It went worse, but I'm back now. We'll try. I'm going to really try this last race. I promise. I'm going to give it a good effort. Go, though, go. So Unbelievable Jeff then leads them away. He's on the medium tyres. Warwick also on the medium tyres. Look at them lining up. Coming down to the first corner. Evil Dragon fancies a bit of the Roderick, but it's not happening there. Ash Bell in the fight in fourth with Swan on the inside of Hawkeye. He gets the move, but Groot's there as well. Groot on the medium tyres. There is a hard tyre. Hawkeye having to deal with hard tyres in this final race, and he's swamped at the moment in amongst it all. My goodness. So Hawkeye, Groot's already got through, and all of the lead. Oh no! Hawkeye meets the wall, and it hurts. Pride and car and position. Ash Bell's going for a lead. There's 3 of them. Oh my God, there's contact through the chicane, and it's all over the shop. Unbelievable Jeff trying to stay out of the way, and now Evil Dragon is leading the race, ladies and gentlemen. When you persevere, good things can happen. 3 wide behind between the Bell, Unbelievable Jeff, and Warwick. Oh, how's it going to end up? Unbelievable Jeff still got that second place. He has got his elbows out, ladies and gentlemen. He is here to race, and there's more contact behind. As we see, oh gosh, who are they? They're still sliding around. Is it Hawkeye? It's the Bell. Oh, the Bell and the Swan collided with each other. Oh no. Shall we see what it's like when a bell hits a swan? Oh, it was, yeah. Swan had not much say in that, but I think Bell may have been hit elsewhere because he just seemed to come flying across. So that's one for the stewards later to pick out. I think there was more than them two involved in that one. Evil Dragon then leads. Unbelievable Jeff still in that second place, holding off Wadwick. Wadwick really fancies his chances against Unbelievable Jeff up the hill. Up the hill. Oh, it's tight, but Wadwick comes through. And McEwen as well makes his way, and so does the Dre and Groot. And poor old Unbelievable Jeff being swallowed by the pack as Evil Dragon builds himself a healthy lead so far in this race. Roderick in second place with McEwen in third. Dre is in fourth with the Groot. And I think there we saw Sklid trying to avoid the Jeff in the corner, goes halfway across the track, but manages to survive. The Dre's just been taken by McEwen. Someone's off the road. No, they're not. But someone's having a bad time down there. I think it's the Sklid. Is seeming to have a bit of a wobble. I don't know if he got a bit of dirt on his tyres when he went off and didn't have the braking into the next corner. And now the pack has decided to swallow him also, as Unbelievable Jeff finding himself back up and into fourth place. The Groot in fifth with the Dash and his teammate JW going head to head. JW goes ahead. He makes a jumper too, and Dash follows him through. Unbelievable. Great driving. I'm sure they overtook someone. No, maybe they didn't. Maybe Sklid stayed there. Maybe it was E. Graham. I'm not sure. There's racing abound here and everywhere. Hawkeye in 10th place. He's right hot on the back of that battle with the Dre in 11th. Swan recovering in 12th with the Bell in 13th. What a cracker, ladies and gentlemen. Evil Dragon 1.4 seconds ahead of McEwen with Wadwick 2/10 behind. So McEwen's got past Roderick off the screen with Groot now up into fourth. Sklid in amongst it with the high and dries. And that is the Dash trying to hold it around the outside. It's not happening. Sklid gets the position, but the Dash is still there to disrupt and cause mayhem. But Sklid holding that inside line, and Sklid stays in, keeps his toe in there. And Unbelievable Jeff now down to 7th ahead of JW, who's got E. Graham breathing down his neck in 9th place. But Evil Dragon still leads. Liam McEwen trying to close the gap, but it's still 1 second at the moment. Evil Dragon having the gift of open space ahead of him. Clear air. No distractions. Just can get on with it. And Evil Dragon getting on with it he is, with McEwen chasing him down. Roderick in third with the Groot now always thereabouts, hasn't he? He's always been knocking on the door. He was on the did he just miss out? He missed out on the podium the first race. Second round he was on the hard tyres and ended up sort of in single figures, 5th or 6th, something like that. And now sitting in 4th, harassing poor Wadwick. Sklid, a danger.